Alright, what is up guys? Back again with another video, and today we are doing an event review. I have not done one in a year, I think, and this is just gonna be a quick little video here on the event we got going on right now. It's the Black Friday event. We got Fantasy Factory as a secondary event, sort of in the back here a little bit to the main event. That's gonna be Profit Orbs. We also have the Heroic Miracle going on where you can pick up Basilisk and some sweet lollipops for Fantasy Factory. And I just very quickly wanted to mention to you guys who have watched some of my content before, you have probably seen that the progression series that is going on have some outdated content from a couple of months back. But it's just because I'm keeping the progression series of the account in order. And yes, we just completed anniversary. I think I only have one more video there in June, and then we jump straight to October. So then we are sort of gonna be a little bit more up to speed, up to the current time. Anyways, back to the event here. And in the Prophet Summon, we see that we have these Obsidian points. And the thing is, with the Prophet Summon event and the Black Friday going on, we have, of course, a mysterious sale, the very standard setup. And as you know, you have one resource in the event that you spend to buy another resource, where every 10 you can spend those in the mysterious sale. So the thing here is that we have Obsidian points that you use to buy Black Friday cards that you can then use to purchase things in the mysterious sale. From every loop here in the Prophet Summons, you can get a maximum of 11 of these points. You can do 8 loops, so that is a maximum of 88 total that you can get from here if you spend 640 Profit Orbs. Just want to show the Black Friday shop we got going on, and just know that if you're free to play, you can still purchase the first one. This is for VIP 0, both in the story gem and with normal gems. But I'm just gonna quickly scroll through this and maybe make a few comments here, but we're not gonna take too long with this. You get this one, which is insane value. The first one, 30 for 1,000. This is also good value, 16 for 1,500. Because these are, if you buy them in the normal shops, the cheapest one right now is like 350 for one. And here you get 16 for 1,500, so that's very good. Either for this week or just for the future. These two, not as much. This one is alright. Personally, after a while in the game, you don't really care for gear so much. But then 8 core for 2.5k. Here again, 30 for 3,000. So here you pay 3 times as much as the first one. But again, you can't really buy them cheaper than this in the game either. So I'll probably be picking up the first one as well as this one here. Hero copies also becomes less and less important. I don't really look at this when I'm interested in purchasing this that much. A 9-star. I would say if you have the gems and you're not past the point where you need food, it's alright. 5,000 for a Demon Bell or something else in here. If you don't want to wait for events like the mysterious sales and pick up your resources there, you can speed this up by using a lot of gems to pick up some stellar shards. You have core chests with 50 shards in them for 8,000 gems with some sublimations, or 2 of them for 9k. Then you can also pick up double destiny material for 10k. And also for the Black Friday card, which is the resources in the mysterious sales, then you can trade 12,000 gems here for any resource you want. You can choose to trade that for some Grimoire material. Over to the story gemish shop here, and this is also so very account dependent how much gems you have to spend in here. I put a lot of value on it. I don't have that much, and I would only really buy value package. Even if this looks super tempting, I wouldn't be spending my contract stories on these things if you're low. But if you have a lot, of course, you can pick up some extra resources. What's interesting though about this shop is really the stones. I think most people are focused on the stones. We got stones here on VIP 2, VIP 5, VIP 7, and then VIP 13. And just for reference, these stones, if you already, they're all soulbound all the way through. And if you have better than B or just low roll or something like that, you can still just buy these and retire them, and you can also use them in awakening events to get your points up. But a B here for 200, they retire for 600. And oh, I forgot to look at this one. A B minus for 100 retires for 300. So you're still getting 3 times the value. Here, 600 retires for 1800, also 3 times the value right there. And 2 B stones, they retire each for 1800, and you can buy 2 here for 1200. So, and then of course we have the A minus here. It doesn't really go with the 3 times value anymore, but I guess most people end up using these instead. And when you go from a B to A, the copies also gets a lot better because you get some extra stats. You can, for example, roll, you know, the most common one people are looking for is like Giant Slayer. You can't really get that on B copies. That is the plus there. We are moving on here in the Black Friday event, and the next thing is the point milestone. And at the very last one, we got the new avatar, which honestly looks pretty dope. I do like this one. As you can see, it says you haven't obtained any Black Friday card yet. And the thing with this one is that if you have obtained the Friday avatar frame, your shop will be a little bit different. You will be seeing different rewards on different stages, right? But the thing that is true is that you still have these points for the main 10 rewards. You will just get the better rewards a little bit earlier. Next thing is the prime benefit, and this is the first time replenish your whatever you choose to buy, you get the extra. And since we're not really focusing on spending so much here, I would just want to say that if you have reached the Grimoire, you have your 6 E5 heroes, then you can actually buy this for gems, and the first one is giving you a bonus as well. So you do get extra from your first purchase with gems as well, which is kind of nice there. And we also have a Black Friday card that you can buy, and you get some resources every day for 7 days. This is always interesting with these cards that you're able to purchase sometimes. They usually bring very good value. I was a little bit tempted to buy this just because it would push me to VIP 6, and then I would also get some extra options in the Black Friday shop. But I don't think I'm gonna be doing it. It's not really that interesting. I am not too tempted to be spending money for this. You do get 300 though every day for 7 days, so that is the only thing. And this might not be the currency for you, but this is like 20 bucks for this one, and you get 2100 prism story gems for 20 bucks, which is all right, but it's not like crazy to me. It's not crazy value to me. So just because really, if you want to do the optimal spending in things, a lot of times in a lot of events, all you have to do is spend 5 bucks to push you to a new resource. Like you have to spend 5 bucks for a Dayfic artifact chest, or you have to spend 5 bucks for a Grimoire material, right? One of those big Grimoire material resources that you can get in Mysterious Sale. And it's like that is the value per 5 bucks you should consider if you want to spend optimally. Right, so that was it for the event preview, just what's going on here. They also released a new treasure train series for this Black Friday, one of each color, one of each power level there. And then we got 2 new artifacts actually for this Black Friday as well. However, I'm not gonna look into that just now. I want to be focusing on the pathings next. What can you do in this event? Is it worth spending? And they have done something very, very interesting with this week, and I think you should be very careful how you approach this, and don't just go spending your contract story gems without really seeing how this works first. Because usually when it comes to mysterious sales and value packages in events like this, they all keep the same pattern every time, but that is not the case this week. For some reason, they have decided to change it up, and we're gonna have a look at it. But we're just gonna go through it here a little bit, how you can spend your resources this week and what you can get away with. So for the most basic one, getting to 20 resources this week is pretty straightforward. You can then go ahead and just participate in the Prophet Summon event. You're spending 480 profits and you get 20 of these. So don't need to overdo it. there is no point going further because you can get 88 points in profit, but you need 90 to get to 30. So just going for those 480 and getting away with 20 is just fine. And once you have your 20, you can then play around with the first 3 floors. You could either go like the setup here, you can go with double origin material and 1 void material, but you could also go with double artifacts, for example, if that is something you really need, but that is very account dependent, so you sort of have to decide yourself there with the first 3 floors what you really need the most. And if you wanted to push further than this, your next step is 30 resources in here, and you can get there by spending 1,250 contract storage gems and a few extra profit orbs. Because after spending your 480, you're gonna be at 66 point, adding the 20 from the value package, and you're at 86 points and you need to go up to 90. You can get there by spending those extra 50 profit orbs. So all in all, to get to 30, you need to spend 1,250 contract storage gems and 520 profit orbs. If we go ahead and put in 30, we can go with the origin material here on the discount, and there we got our first 20. And then with 30, you're now reaching floor 4. And here you can get the more rare materials. You can get yourselves an origin artifact, or you can get yourselves a transition material. And here's the thing. In this event, if you are someone who doesn't spend a lot in every event, I would stop here. I would not try to push in this event at all, because they did something very, very strange with this event. And that is something I don't think I've ever seen before. And that is that the conversion rate is 30 per reward. That is something that is standard in every event, that we have a conversion rate. But what we haven't seen before is that the conversion rate changes as you go up in rewards. So we have our 30, 30, 30 extra for another 10, and then, wait, what? 30? No, it's 40 now, it's 50 now. And this is the trap, I think, for a lot of people, because if you don't really pay much attention to this, you might have your paths set out for you as like a standard. Either you spend 3,750 contract stories or you spend 7,500 contract stories. But the thing is, that won't really give you the same rewards as it usually does in this event. This is very strange. So you're able to get your 30 resources in the mysterious sales as normal, basically the first 3, but then the route for 3,750 contract storage gems, which usually generates 5 resources in mysterious sales, 50 here, is now only gonna generate 40. And you have to spend a lot as well. You have to spend your 3,750 and you have to spend 520 profit orbs to get an additional 10 resources here. Usually when you increase the contract storage gems like that, you get an additional 20 resources. You go from 30 to 50 immediately. That is usually the jump there. But here you go from 30 to 40. So by spending your usual 3,750, you no longer get to floor 6 and you get the extra shop, because you're not at 50 anymore. You're now only at 40 resources. So this is really taking a very strange turn here. And even looking at spending 7,500 contract storage gems is also very weird. It doesn't hold the same value at all. So be sure to look out for this when you are planning the event for yourself. I'm going through the first few options here. If you want to take it further, just know that it is more expensive this event than it usually is in other ones. Alright guys, that is it for my quicker look through of this event right here. I hope you guys enjoy and have a great week ahead of you. Take care. I am out. Peace.